Hey guys, I'm back again doing another video, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at the movie collection. I mean, the collection of movies I have right now. I mean, one is a documentary set, being that, but we'll go over that a little bit. Now, as you can see right now, this is just a big collection of movies I have so far. Most of these are like old copies that I had, that I still have to this day and day, and I'm waiting to buy new copies some other dang time. And others I've either just recently acquired or have them only for a few years and then still watch them to this day and day. And there are still some that I'm missing because, well, I'm not really complete with my Star Wars collection, or complete with the James Bond collection, or complete with the Harry Potter collection, or anything else. I'm not complete with any other movie franchise like Predator and all sorts. But yet again, aside from that, this is how much I have right now. This is only just showing you how much movies I have and which ones I really enjoy the most. Because every movie I have in this dang arsenal here, I really enjoy. I mean, one of them is a documentary set, as I said before. So let's hope to set the camera up down here. So first, we're gonna go start right up here where my hand shadow is at. So we're gonna start right here where the creature flicks. First, we got Python. You might not see it all the way, but let me just tilt it over here. Actually, let me hold the camera a little bit. So here's Python. This movie I watched to death back then, and I still watch it to this day and day. I have a nostalgic attachment towards it. It's one of the few good Sci-Fi Channel films. It was pretty popular, and it actually did have a dedicated fan base, as you may not know. And yeah, it's pretty dang, under the radar to even have a movie like this having a fan base. But aside from that, I really do enjoy this movie. It has a nostalgic attachment towards it, so I really have no other issues with it aside from the crap CGI they had with the snake. But if anything, I'd rather tolerate this kind of snake rather than tolerating the snakes we get nowadays in the 2010s or whatever, because, this don't seem to impress me. Look, there's a text down there that says, if you enjoy Lake Placid and Anaconda, you'll eat up Python. Honestly, yes, I enjoy Anaconda and Lake Placid, the first ones only. This autofocus is going out of control. And yeah, I do like this movie alongside Lake Placid and Anaconda, so yeah. So that's the first one. Here's the look at the giant snake in all its weird CG glory. 60 feet of pure terror. The logo of Python. And then the weirdest thing that ever happened with this movie is how it was advertised with Casper Van Dien's character, who was also named Agent Parker. Which, for some random reason, he's not even the main character. So why cast him as like he was the main focus? Our real main character are a bunch of teenagers. And most of them are pretty funny characters, so honestly, for me watching this movie back then, I still grew up with it. So yeah, everything about Python was pretty dang fun. And aside from that, you got its sequel, which I love more than the first, Python 2. Now this is an older DVD copy. I will definitely be buying a new one because this one's a little bit more busted up compared to the other one. So here's a CGI snake. It kind of looks like the one in the first one, but more lines being a little bit different. They got an alternate poster alongside the first one. Yeah, they got alternate posters and DVD covers instead, but this one is called Python 2 instead of being called Pythons 2 because they didn't want to rip off aliens. Yeah, Python 2 was really good. It also had Greg Larson, or the character played by this guy, his text right there. Yeah, it says Billy, but his first name is actually William. So yeah, the character from the first movie, Greg Larson, makes a comeback in Python 2. If you grew up watching this movie, and I think you might love this one. I love Python 2 more than the first, but I like them both, so yeah. And here's the backside of Python 2. Again, it's busted up. You got a rip. Okay, the thing is ripped in half. I have no idea how that happened again. So I don't remember really what happened to it. So yeah, there's the down there, and there's the movie logo. I mean, the DVD menu, which features the snake from Python 1. You could have just featured the one from Python 2, like on the cover. But I guess to make the connection to Python 1 even easier, I guess that would work. Here's another movie I have, Lake Placid, full screen edition. Now this movie was also tied right next to Python. As I was looking at the bonus materials and sneak previews of Python 1, they did show a trailer for Lake Placid. So it was kind of a connection, even though this movie came out 1 year before this one. This is 20 years old now, so happy anniversary to Lake Placid. This is actually a pretty good movie. I mean, if anything, this is the only good Lake Placid film. It's the one that also features remarkable special effects from the Stan Winston studio, and has a great cast, and it's a really, really fun movie. I honestly like it. I think I like it more and more every time I watch it, so yeah. So that's Lake Placid. Continue from that side, we're gonna go and bring out the Predator, which I've already took a look at in my 2018 Christmas Hulk video. So I don't really have to go through much about this movie. I still do like it, despite the problems it has, but I don't really care. So this is really a fun movie. So I don't have all the Predator films, but I'll still be getting them. So definitely be getting the 3-pack, the first 3 movies. Alright, let's get the next movie. The original Blu-ray copy of Dirty Harry, which is also a booklet. And this one was owned by Mom. So she lent me this copy, so let's just say that. So it opens up to seeing an image of Clint Eastwood with the Golden Gate Bridge. It flips over, showing the poster first, which is a harder paper they use, like thicker paper, and then everything else is thin, showing cast and crew and production photos as well. Epic one-liners, iconic still images and everything. I don't go over everything about it, but I guess you get the general idea if you have this. So let me just go over a little bit further. That's another image of Callahan with his Magnum, and more production photos, and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, basically it's mostly cast, crew, and info on the movie. And then there's the Blu-ray copy right there. And once again, the same image of Clint Eastwood with the Golden Gate Bridge on the side. And in the back is how it looks. So yeah, that's the only Dirty Harry Blu-ray I have so far. I really wish I had all of them. Next up, Air Force One, the original DVD copy. This is a full screen copy, considering that it does tell me from the bottom right there. That aspect ratio there. And yeah, I really do enjoy this movie. Aside from it being Die Hard inspired, I haven't even seen Die Hard at the time, so seeing this movie felt like a really great start. Featuring Harrison Ford as President Marshall. So this is really a really good movie. I really do enjoy this, even though it was like political and all that, but this is like during the 1990s, so I really do not have any problems with it. So I can honestly push aside the political aspect, but that's what this movie is. It's just the president fighting off terrorists to save his family and all sorts of people. So really it is a good movie. Really do enjoy it. Next up, we have the only 3 Resident Evil movies I have so far, and these are the only 3 I liked, and that's the first 3 films. And this is just the original trilogy set that was released back in the time when Resident Evil Extinction was out. There's all 3 films right there. Kind of interesting how the first one is only in widescreen, and then the second film has both wide and full screen versions because it's a re-release of the original DVD copy. And this one just has its own widescreen copy, and they all change aspect ratios every time, so it's just so weird to me. But despite that, I really do enjoy these movies as guilty pleasures mainly. They're not really particularly the best films in the world, as we all know. But yet again, despite that, I really do enjoy these movies. Just the first 3. The last 3, they're kind of iffy. Here we got a bunch of superhero movies over here. I don't have to go over Venom because I've already showed you in the 2018 Hulk video. I still find this a pretty good film, so yeah. Also, I seen Into the Spider-Verse, so I need to go and buy that copy of a Blu-ray sometime soon because, you know, that movie is completely freaking amazing. Now here's Batman Forever on DVD. I also have Batman 89 on here, but I don't have a case for it because, well, I got it from a Lego Batman double pack set, which it has the original 1989 Batman movie. So, yeah. Batman 89 is in this case because this is the only place I can put it so far. I may have to find a new copy or something, or just get the 30th anniversary 4K/Blu-ray release. I'm pretty sure. There's Superman Returns, completely freaking underrated, by the way. I really do enjoy Superman Returns. I enjoy it more than Man of Steel, by the way. There's the backside. Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor when he was at his prime, I guess. I really do like Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor. There's more still images down there. Yeah, this was a pretty freaking underrated Superman movie. I pretty much watched through all this dang movie all the time, and I seem to understand it more. This movie has also a wonderful score, and I'll never get over it. So, yeah, that is also a truly good movie. So, definitely recommend picking up Superman Returns if you have the chance. And let's get down to Supergirl. The 2006 copy first. Now, it may not be the best movie in the world, but I still enjoy it for what it is. Helen Slater as Supergirl is definitely one of my favorite aspects. There's a bunch of other good qualities in this movie, so I pretty much seem to enjoy it a lot further. But even though this is just a straight up re-release of the 2001, I guess 2001 DVD I have over there, it may be a straight up re-release at this point, but it is in a new cover, so that's pretty nice. But yet again, if you do want to go and watch Supergirl, buy the Blu-ray. Yes, this film finally gets a Blu-ray release for its anniversary, I guess. I mean, I think, oh wait, it's the 35th anniversary of this movie this year. Okay. So that's Supergirl. It's actually a pretty fun movie. Let's go hold this one aside and let me get to the Supergirl DVD of the 2000s, of the early 2000s, the limited edition Supergirl set that came with both the international version, which is also re-released in the 2006 DVD, and the director's cut, which has also been re-released on its Blu-ray. They unfortunately couldn't find a remaster for the director's cut, so we're stuck with the original DVD. But despite that, this is pretty fun. I really do watch this movie a lot more. Like, especially the director's cut, I watch it a lot more than the original international version. So yeah, that's Supergirl right there. Here's the Superman 2 Richard Donner cut, which is coming out in the time when Superman Returns was out. I personally like this one more than the original version. So there you go. A restored version of Superman 2, and this is pretty good. I really do enjoy this, despite at times feeling unfinished, but that's what the thing was. It was unfinished, but then they finished it up. And then here is the original release of the Superman DVD collection, containing the first 4 movies over there. It's gonna be difficult to getting them out, but I'll try. So first we're gonna get out the weakest one in the franchise, Superman 4. This is how the DVD cover looks from the back. Here comes Superman 3, which is another movie I like. There's the back. Superman 2, the original version. And Superman the movie, the original version, which is also the restored version before they restored it again. They restored it many times, but I do like the restores. Alright, so we got this whole entire set down. Let's go over this one. And let me get out the only 2 Disney movies I have on Blu-ray. And I recently bought this 2 days ago, I think. Either yesterday or 2 days ago. Yep, let's just say 2 days ago. So these are the only 2 movies I have on Blu-ray. The Little Mermaid, the Anniversary Edition, and Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and Milo's Return. So I got only 3 Disney Blu-ray films, and personally I love them both, especially having this one now. I'm pretty glad I got this, despite not acquiring Treasure Planet alongside, because, well, that's disappointing. I haven't even acquired Treasure Planet yet, so I will definitely get that soon. So here's the back of both DVDs and Blu-rays. And also, what's the fun thing about Atlantis is that they featured not only the Blu-ray DVD copies, but the original DVD copies as well. So when I looked at Atlantis, I first popped in this movie on the full screen DVD. So yeah, they actually have a full screen DVD, and they re-released the original version, so they didn't feel like just re-releasing a downgrading a Blu-ray for a DVD copy like they always do with The Little Mermaid. But yet again, I love both of these films. They're pretty great. Then continuing on, let's go start with this one. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now this was an older copy we have, and we still have this one to this day. We kept it for a long time, and yes, it is spectacular fun. I really do enjoy Crystal Skull. It's my second favorite Indiana Jones film, and it's the first Indiana Jones film I ever checked out. And this is what got me into the Indiana Jones franchise to begin with. So yeah, this was a really great start in my opinion. I really do enjoy this film, so I really do not have any other problems with it at all. I don't even have any issues with it at all. It's such a good movie. It's too dang bad that everybody hated it. And here's the bonus material DVD from the original trilogy. Nothing special about it, but it does have a lot of bonus material, even though they re-released the DVDs with the bonus materials alongside. And we got Last Crusade, which unfortunately does not have a dang case, but here you go. Last Crusade is my #1 favorite Indiana Jones film, so yeah, that's how I ranked them. And we get to my another one of my favorites, but this is also like my last favorite, but it's not my least favorite. It's another great movie, definitely most underrated, and this film also turns 35 years old, so Temple of Doom, great movie. Really underrated despite being dark. And my third favorite indie film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is the one everybody loves the most. There's the back. And yes, I have the first 3 films on full screen because I just love the full screen format. It's so fun and nostalgic. And here I got the only new Star Wars Blu-ray, which is Solo. I've already shown this one in my Hulk video, so I don't have to go over too much about it. So there you go. I really enjoyed this movie, so it's a shame that it didn't do so well. And here we have the Star Wars prequels. Let me get them all out and set them up. So 1, The Phantom Menace, which is 20 years old. Attack of the Clones, make sure it doesn't fall. And Revenge of the Sith. Yep, again, they're trying to fall down, but that's all 3 of them right here. And here's how they all look in the back. And the last thing for Star Wars we're going to go over is the original 2004 DVD release of the Star Wars original trilogy. Front you see Darth Vader shining through in a silver background. So 4, 5, and 6. And then here's the front. And this is pretty old, by the way. Had this for a long dang time, but not in 2004, let's just say that. So there's a bunch of scratches and everything. But aside from it being beaten up and everything, it's still in pretty good condition inside. I mean, the DVDs mainly. So let's go pull this case out. So here we got the Millennium Falcon getting chased by TIE fighters. Star Wars original trilogy. Star Wars trilogy. The Death Star in the background with the X-Wing fighters about to crash into that TIE fighter. THX digitally mastered. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. X-Wing fighter going right up against the TIE fighter. And then here are the DVDs. And this is this widescreen version considering that it is silver. So I'm going to go over them. Here's how they all look. You don't have to be careful. It's gonna be a freaking tower up here.